It's Lynda Cromar coming to you from Colorado. And as the title says, why do some win and others fail doing exactly the same things? And I'm going to go over that with you. And I think you probably know this, but it's really important actually. And welcome, welcome everybody. I get off and I forget that I say hello, and I want to welcome everybody that shows up every single time. I really appreciate that. So what do you think is the answer to why sometimes people fail and the very same things they're doing, the ones that win, are doing the same things? What's the difference, do you think? Does anyone have any ideas what I might be getting at? Okay, no reaction. Absolutely, it's about your thoughts. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? I had an experience today. It was kind of interesting. My sister's going through some real tough stuff. She's out of work. She's having, that could be part of it, yes. But really what I'm thinking about is your thoughts. What are you thinking? Now here's some suggestions, and you can probably add a bunch to this. Conviction, consistency, and mindset. Yeah, there you are. So one of the things that I just downloaded, you know, I've had the book, but I just downloaded the audio version of The Secret. Now I bet you almost everybody here has probably at least heard of it, if not read it, or if not seen the movie or something. But The Secret is talking about how the law of attraction works in your life whether you know it or you don't know it. And we make it happen by our persistent thoughts. And Mike was right, there is some consistency to it. So what kinds of things are you saying to yourself when you get started with something, especially online marketing? You know, a lot of people think it's really hard. It's not actually. What is going on in your head? And I have to think myself. Here's another little story that'll help you out. When we got our present car, we have a Nissan Altima. We've never had a Nissan or an Altima before, and we've never noticed them on the road. We didn't make a decision based basically on that particular model. We basically just went to car dealerships, kind of looked around and made comparisons, and then we made a choice to buy it because it seemed like the best buy for us. Now, like I said before, we never even noticed any cars out on the road that were the same model and the same make until we bought that Altima, and then all of a sudden we were noticing them everywhere. Now this all happened no matter what kind of make or model. It doesn't matter. What it is that's going on in your brain is that you're paying attention to a particular thing. Now the same things happen with law of attraction. If you think about it, law of attraction is simply the law that whatever your thoughts are that you persistently and consistently think, you're going to make happen in your life, good or bad, because it's completely neutral as far as the thoughts go. And so when it comes to marketing and building a business and the people that I've seen, now I've seen enough of this happen that I know it is consistently the truth. I can have two people. I give them exactly the same directions, exactly, no deviation whatsoever. The first guy says, I feel good about this, I'm going to take the action, and I believe I'm going to win. The second guy says, I'm overwhelmed, I don't get it, I'm not going to win. Who's really going to win? The actual person that's going to win is the guy that said, I'm going to win. Because he believes it, right? And he's going to take the action with a different mindset. Now, Mike said mindset too. He's going to take the action with a different mindset than the guy that said, I'm overwhelmed, I don't get it, I'm not going to win. And I've done this to myself too, so I know it works because I've seen it happen in my own life. I've seen it happen consistently to people that have joined me. And it's really hard when I can see it so clearly. You can't convince them though. They don't get it. So what can you do? For one thing, the only thing you can change is yourself, right? You make a decision that you're going to change any thoughts that are taking you down the wrong road. Now, if you start writing down, just for a little exercise, take a notebook and for a whole day, write down everything that comes to your mind that you can think, that you remember. Yes, absolutely, Mike. You're so right. Mindset training is so key. And changing your thought pattern, because I don't know about you, but the majority of the people that I've been around have always kind of been a little negative. Even my husband is a little bit of negative. And I've said this before, but it's really the truth. Thanks very much for the hearts, too. I really appreciate it. And welcome all the new ones that just came on. Anyway, so one of the things my husband says when I talk about business, about what I'm doing, what I expect to have happen, his attitude is, I hope you can do that. So if you think about that, that doesn't sound very positive, does it? He doesn't actually believe I can. So hello Patricia, how you doing? Absolutely love having you here. So what he does, now I got to decide. Am I going to let his doubt seep into me like I almost let my sister do to me today? Yeah, and it's just about you can't let those thoughts of negativity, whether it's your husband or a sister or a mother or a friend, it doesn't matter who it is, you can't let those thoughts in, because if you do, it's going to start really affecting your results and where you're going to go in your life and how positively or negatively you're going to accomplish anything. Now, it's kind of amazing to me. I can see it just as clearly in my life. I can tell you another story. When I was, this was years ago now, but I was in another company, a network marketing company, and they taught that you needed to buy leads, and they had some leads that they did, and I now think they had kickbacks, and they made them extremely expensive, and it wasn't very long before I got into so much debt that I maxed out all of our credit cards, and I got it to the point where we were dangerously in trouble because of what I've done. I ran it up to $100,000 in debt, believe it or not, in credit card debt. We've paid most of it off now, but my husband wasn't very happy with me, but I kept it from him for a while. And the reason why is because I knew what he was going to think, and I knew he was going to be upset, and I knew it was going to hurt, and I knew it was stupid, but I did it because I believed in what they were teaching. And I went into a depression. For a good 3 months, I was just like, I wanted to be in a dark room. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I basically just sat there and stewed and worried and cried. And one day, somehow, I think it's the Lord, but that's how I believe. Anyway, just brought me out of it and told me there is a solution. You're not going to like it, but there is a solution. Sometimes that's what happens. And my husband was going to get this big bonus. Yes, I did learn. I learned the really hard way, but I did learn. And obviously, I don't recommend anybody doing that again, in any way, because it's really, really hard. It's hard on your relationship with your husband, too. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. But it's hard for your relationship, and you made a commitment to that person. Even if they don't always understand and believe in what you're doing, you made a commitment. So when it comes to that, you also have to make a decision that you're not going to do things that jeopardize your life with that person And there are other ways. And what we do with our Simple Freedom is we teach you real simple marketing, and you don't have to get in debt to do it. And that's really important. Yeah, you're right, Mike. They absolutely don't. Sorry about that. They absolutely don't have that kind of mindset. And they really think can do. It's more I can't. There's a lot of I can'ts going on. Now, it could translate into all kinds of things. I don't have the money. I can't do that right now. I'm too busy. I can't figure it out. I'm too broke right now. I need the money. I hate my job. I get scammed a lot. I hate my life. All of that is negative, and all of that brings you back to more of whatever it is you don't want. So one of the things you got to start doing here is take out those words that are hurting you. Instead of don't, say, how can I? Or I do, because you're thinking in the positive and the future a little bit here. Thank you, Patricia. Thanks for inviting. And thanks for all the hearts. Those must be your chocolate hearts that are going there. That's really cool. I like chocolate. So especially when we're using I am is a really, really, really powerful combination of words. So whatever you put behind I am is going to be something that can either be good or bad, depending on what you decide. So I am broke. You're declaring yourself that you want to stay broke. So instead, I say I'm not presently where I want to be, but I know where I want to go. That's a much better place to be, and it's certainly a lot more positive. So be aware of those words. Be aware of what is keeping you down. So the next time you catch yourself saying, I'm overwhelmed, I don't get it, I can't do it, catch yourself and find some way that you can change that. It doesn't mean that you are perfect at this immediately, at whatever you're trying to do, but it does mean that you can accomplish just about anything you decide and put a positive spin on everything. And absolutely, you can have a better place in your life. I know, I've seen it. And the husband that didn't believe in me and was upset now does, because I changed me first. I didn't change him, I changed me. And the core beliefs, you're right, Mike, the core beliefs and the positive words, they will start to work in your life. You got to give yourself some time, of course. It's not instant, and actually that's a blessing that it's not instant. Because can you imagine if you actually said something and immediately it happened and you didn't have time to change that? That would be really, really tough. So you don't want to stay in those places, and do whatever you can to be involved with something positive. Be around the positive people that truly know where they're going so that you can find your place in the world too. Thanks so much for coming, you guys. I really appreciate all the support. I love this. This is awesome. I changed my time. I was doing an experiment to see if I got a better turnout, because yesterday was like 0, and I'm going, yeah, I'm talking to myself. So I appreciate all of you coming. I really do. And I also appreciate all of my replay audience. I love it, love it, love it. And Mike and Patricia especially, thank you so much. And do come back, because I'm going to keep this time. I think this is a better time. I love you too, Patricia. I appreciate your thoughts and your very positive comments today. It really, really helps. So, you know, most of the time I don't talk mindset. Most of the time I talk how-to. But the how-to doesn't work unless the mindset's in the right place. So let's work on that today. Do that list. Find out what you truly are saying to yourself on a daily basis, and find out where those words are that are keeping you stuck, and see if there isn't a way that you can change all those can'ts to I can. and I know I can. You guys have an awesome evening, and we'll be seeing you again same time tomorrow. Bye for now.